Well, the book is quite clear. It says before you work on the alternator, you must disconnect the battery. Okay, well, I'm going to do that after I start taking the pulley fan off of the alternator. Then I'll disconnect the battery. This is a terrific book called 101 Projects for Your Porsche 911, and project number 20 seems to suit me well. It's alternator troubleshooting and replacement. And so with these pictures and with the tools that I now have, that's the new tool, it looks to me like I should be able to. It says it takes two talents, rather, out of 4, I suppose, and 4 hours to do. I may be able to replace my alternator, in this car. It's nice to see that the engine doesn't have any ice on it today. So this is the alternator. This is the 11 blade fan, and this is the fan pulley holder. It holds the pulley in place like that. And then this is the socket that I just got, which I believe is not the right size. Darn it. Well, a 24 millimeter metric socket is not the right thing, but this is the right size. I just can't use this wrench to do it because it will slip off the nut. Well, it looks like the right size is a 21 or a 22 millimeter. I'll take this tape, this measuring stick back there and see on the nut itself. Looks like 22, so it's back to Sears I go for another hour wasted doing this. Maybe this will take me 5 hours now. Well, there it is, 22 millimeters. Seems to be the right size exactly to fit on the nut that's on the fan pulley holder. So, good news. I'm happy because it worked. It undid the nut, so yay. Okay, the fan pulley is loose, and the strap that holds the fan housing onto the chassis is loose. And now I need to remove the voltage of the coil. That's good. There's some grounding straps right here that I have to be sure to reconnect, so I'm going to try to remember that, or at least watch this video backwards when I'm done to know what I've missed. That's my plan. Alright, so here's where we are. First of all, 3 shims inside the pulley, 2 shims outside the pulley, these two. So here's the deal. It's loose, it gets free, but I can't seem to budge the air conditioning compressor, and I need to remove this belt to get the alternator out. To do that, 2 choices: remove the nuts that are obvious and bolts and slide the compressor in, doesn't seem to want to move, or 2, cut the belt. And I really don't need to cut the belt. Well, I really don't need the compressor for the air conditioner until it gets warm, and that should be not till May. By then, if I've driven the car for 3 months, I'll be happy to buy a new belt for the compressor. Besides, the condenser up here doesn't work anyway. I have a spare for that in the trunk or in the back seat. So my thinking is cut the belt. But before I do that, I'm going to look at the new book I got, 101 Ideas, and see if I can, 101 Projects, and see if I can find a way to remove that belt without cutting it. But I should be able to do that. Okay, so rather than cut the belt, I'm just going to think about it overnight, and maybe by the thought process, the think method, the answer will come to me.